Do the welcoming thing.
Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Lebs and Tiago. This is episode 3. Yeah, it is. We're back in the same location. I feel like one of the cast members of Game of Thrones. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah. I think the first thing on my mind right now is I got the boxing competition coming up.
Yes, exciting stuff.
It's in 2 weeks. So 4th of February. So it's my first boxing competition. It's an amateur competition, so it's not too dangerous. We're gonna be wearing helmets and everything. And I'm excited. Actually, there was my birthday is also around that time, and I was thinking about going to Japan for my birthday. But I've been wanting to go to a boxing competition for so long, and in boxing, competitions are organized according to weight. And I'm an amateur, so I don't know. Every time I speak to my coach, he says it's hard to find a competition that is suitable for me. But yeah, he told me there's this one, and so I thought I'll just take the shot now. And also, it's just something I want to do for fun. I just want to get it out of the way. And especially this year, since I'm focusing so much on my company, I feel like when am I gonna do a boxing competition? I think this is the time to just get it, off my bucket list.
Yeah, you've been talking about it for a while. Since I met you, you've been boxing, but you've been telling me about this maybe last year, August or something.
Yeah.
Because when we went to Sokoto, you mentioned it, and that was July.
Yeah.
And now it's January.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited that you get to do it, but I'm terrified. It's because I haven't I haven't really seen, so in my head I just imagine, oh my god, guys are just punching the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
But if I can come, I will come with probably one eye open.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. And I got my new mouth guard the other day. I've been practicing with a mouth guard, sparring and fighting with the other guys at the club, the boxing club. And it's been fun.
Oh, do you need to have that for your competition? I guess
the mouth guard.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I suppose
it's it protects your
teeth.
Yeah, your teeth and your
Are you sure
tongue,
this is
I
not
guess.
dangerous?
Yeah, it's as dangerous as amateur boxing goes. It's okay.
Are you nervous at all? You're so chill.
Yeah, I wanna do it, so I'm excited. I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I don't really know what to expect. It's my first time doing that, but mostly I'm excited. Yeah, mostly I'm excited.
Only men can say that about boxing. I'm so excited to take punches.
Yeah, because also it's I'm doing it for fun. I don't have to do it. I'm doing it because I want to, and also, it's just this one competition. It's not like I'm gonna be a professional boxer. I just want to do it for the fun. I'm not even expecting to win, but I will sure as hell try to win.
Yes, you should. Definitely.
Yeah.
You've been training so hard. I remember.
There's one thing I'm struggling with though, which is, so obviously there's 2 ways to win. One is to KO the other person. Mm-hmm. The other one is to outpoint the other person. But the thing is, my category, it's the 75 kilograms category. And usually I don't think about my weight too much. Right now I had to check, and I'm at 76. So I need to lose 1 kilogram in about 2 weeks. And if I'm over 75, I get penalized, which means I was making some calculations with another friend at the boxing club, and I will have to knock out the opponent to win, because with a penalty, it really takes off a lot of points.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll do my best to be able to be within the 75 kilos, but yeah, let's see. I've been my diet, like I'm not really a diet person, so my diet is just not eating too much and not eating like any desserts or like sugary stuff. That's pretty much it. I'm not like just eating salads or
Like just not eating.
or just not eating. Yeah. So I've been eating, but I've been a little bit more careful than I would normally be.
You know, I never thought of guys having to diet. I mean, I know athletes do it as well. Like soccer players, they put it on their stories all the time on their regiment. You know, they can't eat, they can't have a lot of foods.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was much easier for men.
Yeah. Usually you don't think about men worried about diet.
Yeah.
Unless you're an athlete.
Yeah, and because it's so much easier for men to shed the pounds than women. I mean, given our hormones, it's almost, because we also hormonal changes. Sometimes you just, even if you diet, you still stay the same way.
I see.
But I mean, you'll be fine. I saw you the other day saying no to cake, so I was very proud of you.
Yeah. I had to say no to cake at that dinner that we were talking about
like,
the other time.
Yeah, so you're quite disciplined, so you'll be fine, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
It's really
I'm
hard.
not gonna lie. It's hard to, because I mean, I like a chocolate bar every now and then, or like some bubble tea or stuff like that, and I can't. So.
I mean, it is always hard when you have to like deny yourself something. I mean, not just food, but
in general.
In general.
Oh, and by the way, something cool I can say about this, about me in boxing, is you know, like you know, and maybe in these videos, maybe people could have understand this a little bit about me. I'm really not the typical 9-to-5 job kind of guy, and I find it hard to fit into society. I'm not career oriented. I'm very very critical about how society is organized. So I guess because of the way I am, and just I don't know, I tend to, like, I don't want to say I hate society, but I find it very hard. Sometimes I wonder if I wouldn't be better off living alone in the woods. Let's put it that way, which is saying a lot. So like I actually think about that, and I'm a very analog person. This social media thing and like putting videos on YouTube to try to share my experiences and my thoughts, it doesn't feel natural to me, so it's something I've been working on, and like that also is why we're doing this now. Like it's not natural, so I feel like it's an effort I gotta make to, you know, be able to fit in and also express myself. But what I'm trying to say is I've got like this, let's say, activist nature, and sometimes I wonder if how like me wanting to box is related to this, because like there's another reason that's separate from this why I do boxing, which I should also say, which is I used to do surfing before, and I'm a very physical person. I like to do some physical activity, and I mean, surfing is not something I can do every day in Seoul, and boxing is. So that's one reason, regardless of my activist spirit. But I feel like also my activist spirit has a role, because like in society, I feel like in business especially, I feel like there's always people trying to, you know, take advantage of me, or paperwork is so annoying, and like going to the bank, and especially like my Korean skill is not great, and at the bank usually nobody speaks English. I struggle to talk to them, and it feels like we're battling each other, because they are not very often at the bank here in Korea. From my personal experience, they're not very understanding or helpful, and they even make things hard. And so I get very angry and annoyed. I mean, I feel whenever I have to go to the bank here, I have to prepare myself psychologically before going, because I know it's gonna be an uphill battle. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, in boxing, it's simple. You got someone that, you know, you gotta punch, and you it's the golden rule: hit and don't get hit. So it's pretty simple. While society, on the other hand, is complicated.
Extremely.
So I feel like the simplicity of boxing is appealing to me, and also it makes me think about a couple of movies like that one, Fight Club.
Yeah.
Fight Club. I really relate to the main character where he actually started fighting precisely because he hates society and he was tired of his job.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes I feel like that.
I should watch that again.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about Korea and being a foreigner in Korea.
Yeah.
You know, you and I, we both know Korean, obviously. What has been, okay, let's talk about something a bit like what has been, would you say, the highlights of living here, and then you can move on to like the lower parts.
All right.
Or the challenges, I would say.
Yeah. Like, I'd say my number one highlight is how convenient it is. From Subway to like, you know, convenience stores open 24 hours. It's just, everything is very functional. Everything is very functional. What about you? What's your highlight?
I would also say the convenience, and being a woman who's from South Africa, probably safety. Like I could go out at 2 a.m. to a convenience store and not fear for my life. I could not do that in South Africa. Like even from in my parents' house, like I could not say I'm gonna go like a block away and be like I'm gonna be okay. It's not something that I get there. So that's probably one of the top. And the challenges, I would say the language barrier, and just also sometimes, like when I go to the bank, just the lack of understanding that I get from the staff. Being a foreigner is like, it's not surprising that I don't speak Korean, but sometimes they always think it's like, how can you not speak Korean? And I would say that is like the biggest challenge, just having to explain to them that it's normal that I can't speak Korean. You know, yeah. But
I mean, we're making the effort. We're learning. But it takes time.
It does. I mean, for anyone, it wouldn't be easy. I mean, learning English as well is not an easy thing for them to do, because I mean, I teach English, so I know that it's not an easy thing. But
you know, like also from your experience, from your work experience, like what's your highlights in your work environment? Like your highlight and your biggest challenge?
I would say the highlight is actually seeing the students learn, because I mean I teach kindergarten and we get 4-year-olds and they have no Korean, like whatsoever. So the first 2 weeks it's a nightmare, because I think if I had 0 Korean I would probably struggle a lot more. So, but because I understand a little bit, like if they say pigone, I know what they mean, you know. So having them move from speaking Korean constantly to now speaking English constantly, that is probably the highlight, because one, it says I have done something great, I've taught someone something, which is my job, but it is that validation is really nice. And second is that, you know, you've helped a child learn something new and different. So that is the highlight. And also the connection you make with the kids, you know, it's always nice. I mean, I spend a lot of time at work, and my students, they know a bit, like they know that you're my friend. If I say Tiago, they know it's teacher's friend. They do, you know. And I mean, I told you that they gave you that sticker, because that, you know,
you can tell that story. I can even show the sticker. Like I've got this sticker right here. That was one of her students who gave me, because
I told them that he likes that Pokemon, Kobugi, Squirtle. What is it in English?
Squirtle. Yeah.
So I mean, stuff like that. And I would say the challenges or the lows, honestly, it's the admin part. The teaching part I absolutely love. But the admin of it all, of being a teacher in Korea, is something that I'm not
like
sure.
Paperwork, maybe like showing class plans and stuff like that, or
I mean, that's okay,
like doing
but it's like
the student, writing about the students, or
that is also still okay, but it's the stuff that I have to give to management.
All right.
You know, like that stuff, and the stuff that you have to do for immigration. For immigration, and the fact that I'm very fortunate to have a great job and a great boss, but if you land in a job, or if you work for someone that's just not great, you don't have the free will to leave, because your visa is connected to your school. So but I haven't had a terrible experience, and I've been fortunate, but some people have. And I would say for me, that is the done part, that you are chained to the school. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think for sure the Korean visa system is very, very underdeveloped. Like for the amount of foreigners that it has, it should by now have a more developed immigration system. It's very, very basic and very, very restrictive. Yeah.
I mean,
So like in your case, if you wanted to change school, you'd have to find another school who would sponsor your visa
Yeah.
from scratch.
and also my old school has to say that it's okay for me to leave.
Yeah.
So they could say, no, I'm not letting you go.
Yeah.
And then you can stay in this horrible job.
Yeah.
And then the only other option you have is to break the law, basically.
Right.
And I just don't think that's...
Yeah, which
very
shows that
conducive.
actually they say it's our visa, but it's really not. It's from the employer because they get to decide whether you stay or whether you leave. And in this case, if you stay or leave, doesn't just mean that job, but actually the country.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. So that would be the down part. But like I said, luckily, my school's great, but not a lot of people have been so fortunate.
Like an interesting thing is, on the other DOTS program that we've got running now, the Mint interviews, I interviewed a really interesting girl the other day, Julie, a French girl. She was saying there's a lot of French people and just non-Koreans in general who come to Korea, and they come with a working holiday visa, which is a 1-year visa.
Mm-hmm.
And also an interesting thing she said is not all countries are entitled to working holiday visa here.
Yeah.
For example, I thought every nationality could come here with a working holiday visa, but she was saying Norway, just as an example, no Norwegian can come here with a working holiday visa, which is really interesting.
Yeah, no South African as well.
Really?
No, we
As
cannot
a South
come here.
African?
You
All
cannot-
right.
I cannot do that as a worker.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I don't have a working holiday visa. I never have, so I don't know if as a Portuguese person you could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's only 1 year, and that's a very short time to do, to start a job, to find a job, to once you find it, figure out if you actually like it or, if you can make a future out of it. And so a lot of people, what they do is to stay longer, they enroll at university for Korean studies. So they start learning Korean language. And of course they want to learn Korean, but there's so many ways to learn Korean. And they wouldn't necessarily have to enroll at university, but they do because they want the student visa to stay here for longer. And it's so expensive to, to learn Korean at university. I just feel like this alone shows how the lengths to which people go to, stay here.
Yeah. I understand that you can't just open your gates to your house, but I think if there's like a legal system, it shouldn't be like pulling teeth.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes it feels like that.
Yeah.
But you can understand any government wants to protect themselves first.
Yeah.
But I don't know, with the world becoming so globalized, I don't know. I feel like there should be a better way, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like Korea is falling behind culturally and in terms of mindset. When it comes to technology or financially speaking, I mean, they're well established with like Hyundai and Samsung and all that, Kia. But when it comes to like having a global mindset, I mean, they live in their own bubble, which is interesting.
I mean, when I think about my friends that have gone to Japan, they get like 3 years. Their visas are 3 years. And Korea would never ever.
That's how it feels.
I just know.
They would not consider that.
3 years, they'd be like, what? You'd never leave.
You want to stay here 3 years?
That's too long.
And you know what? Every time I meet a Korean, first thing they ask me is, when are you going to your home country? Because they assume that since we're not Korean, we're not living here. We're gonna go back at some point.
They know it's
temporary.
Closed. Yeah. Where else in Japan, they're probably like, okay, they are aware that the longest they get is 3 years.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But and what about I don't know, tell me stuff about your workplace. I don't know a lot about your workplace.
You know what? I should have you come just for 30 minutes, just see one of my classes. But
it
basically, it is like any other normal job, except that my product is something that I was born with. Like English is, or maybe my third language, but it's also my first. you know, and you go to the classroom. Oh, well, you know what? I will say this. Something that I've noticed with my kids, or with teaching in general, that the little ones, they need that routine. So when I if you come into my classroom, I always have the date and like the day and the date. But when they see it's incorrect, or if I haven't changed it, they lose their minds. You know, like it's like, how are we gonna learn when it still says February 12th there, when it's February 13th? It's like, teacher. And I never really got, but it's like that age routine is so important to them.
That's interesting.
You know, because it's like, it's how they start their day. It gets the machine going. You know, and I read that in a teaching journal because I was so freaked out. I was like, oh my god, what is going on? But yeah, children that age, like they need that. And I can't imagine being an adult and having that innocence still.
Yeah.
But
it's, for sure, it's very different, like teaching the different age groups.
Yeah, just looking at their innocence, and sometimes it's really refreshing because there's very little bothers them. You know, they just really, really run around and they're carefree. And I learned that from them. Like sometimes it's just not that deep, you know, and I kind of like having that kid spirit still. And I think teaching children, especially, what it's done for me is it's really grounded me a lot, and I'm really grateful for that. But it's a good day. Like I'll be coming from a weekend where I just had a worst weekend, and then Monday, and then one of the little kids is gonna run and say hi, and then it makes my whole day, and it makes you a better teacher as well when you get in an environment where you're just in a good mood all the time. I mean, you get those spawns from Satan students, but it's very rare. It's so rare that they ruin your day because they teach you how to navigate those kids as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to teach forever, but I do want to make policies that change education in my country because South Africa has such a terrible education system. And I have so many things that I would like to change about our education system, and that's why I'm getting my master's, because that's the only way that I could actually do something about it. But yeah, I'm excited. That's like way later. I still want to travel, you know, eat a baguette in Paris with a few people. Do you think you'll stay in Korea for a while?
I mean, the whole point of, you know, making the company here and all that is to settle down here. But I visited Japan recently, and I've been going there a lot for several reasons, as you know, and even I would like to expand my business there now. I feel like I thought Japan would be similar to Korea, but actually it is a world of its own. I'm so pleasantly surprised with Japan. And I mean, I'm not like a huge anime fan. I've never been. I used to watch Pokemon as a kid and play card games, but that was about it.
Same.
I'm not like someone who would follow. I know there's a bunch of famous mangas and animes like Naruto or One Piece. I got a lot of friends who are into that, and they'd always talk to me about that. But I wasn't one of those people. And going to Japan, I can see why they love that. I can see it. People are shook by that. They live for that. It's like a way of life. Manga is a way of life, you know.
I really want to see that.
And there's words for people, you know, for people who belong to that circle and that I'm not aware of. But just like as a writer, now I'm really excited to work with manga artists and produce manga as well, and like find my way to get into that circle, because it's a spectacular, vibrant world of creativity and fun and new thoughts, and I think it's just so amazing. I'm so excited about Japan. Not just that, even the food. I'm not usually into raw food, so if I'm eating something, I like to know that it's been through fire. You know, I feel like it's so primitive to eat food that is not cooked. Like, I'm not gonna eat a raw steak. I know people love raw steaks. I don't like raw steak. Yeah, or tartar. I don't eat that kind of stuff usually. And so I wasn't that much into sushi. And I mean, I would eat sushi, you know, every now and then, but not on the regular. But like eating sushi in Japan, it's a whole different deal because it's amazing. It tastes fantastic. I'm not worried about, you know, getting a bacteria or something, getting
Mercury
sick, food poisoning, or.
yeah.
And I literally feel in Japan I could close my eyes, just like point at a restaurant on the map, go there, and then close my eyes again, choose a random dish of the menu, and I would really, really like it. Not just like it, but really, really like it.
Enjoy it.
So, I mean, I am so excited about Japan.
Do you know what? We should like go together one day.
Yeah,
and then film an
absolutely.
episode.
Oh, that would be so
cool.
cool! Like, do a Lebs and Tiago show in
Japan. That
in
would be so
Japan. Yeah.
cool.
Oh, we gotta do that now.
We have to do it.
Yeah.
Well, in the summer, hopefully.
yeah.
I'm not going to Japan in the cold.
But I am so excited about Japan. And the thing is, it feels like it's my childhood. If my childhood was a physical place that you could walk around on, like basically, I will go to a shop and I will see monster cards of anime that I used to watch that I didn't even remember, or just things like that, you know, like and it's just culturally speaking, there's so much to explore, from literature to samurais and ninjas to like tea. They've got such a strong tea culture, and they take it really, really seriously, or they used to. Like nowadays, I mean, they still do to some extent, although it's not the same thing, but they've got a lot of tea stuff. Even like some very specific tea tools, like to mash to grind the leaves, and to carry the leaves into the teapot and stuff like that. Like there's just so much there, you know, and I'm so excited.
I mean, I feel like a weekend is not gonna be enough, but I mean, it's an hour away, so I can go more than once, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Just one last thing.
Yeah.
To finish this episode, like in my case, it would be Japan. If you asked me, like, which one country do you really, really want to go to, and just explore, and that you're really excited about? Like, do you have such a country? You were saying you want to eat a baguette in Paris.
Yeah, just
but
one.
If you had to name one,
I would. Okay, it would be France, but not because of Paris, but like the country.
Yeah.
And you know how much I love wine, so
I didn't expect that answer.
Oh my goodness, I would be probably incredibly happy in France. I mean, the culture. There's museums, I mean, the art there, and just the history of Paris and France in general.
That's interesting. I didn't expect that answer.
I mean, because I'm so obsessed with the Second World War, the part that France played in actually having Nazi Germany advance, that always, I don't know, it's something that always like is in my mind, that Paris was actually like the focal point of Germany actually having such a stronghold in Europe. And I can't wait to go to Paris.
All right,
France, not just
interesting.
Paris.
I thought you were gonna say like Spain or I don't know. I just didn't expect. France. Yeah.
Like the countryside mostly, because there's wine and just the history there. And Paris always. Stop saying Paris. Like France always. It had humble beginnings, and then it became like this great monument. And I relate to that.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, France is a great destination. I mean, it's so popular.
Yeah,
I think France and Italy as well are like because of the food and the art and everything. They're like two very popular destinations and cultures and languages even.
Yeah, but definitely France. Yeah, France.
All right.
Oh yeah, you said Japan. I was gonna ask you.
Japan, absolutely, in my case.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. I guess that's enough for now, and we can see you guys in the next episode of the Lebs and Tiago show.
Bye.